Hello and welcome to a new video. The new Jungle Little Cup just got released and we of course taking a look at this. Keep in mind by those battles, a lot of them had a lot of lag in them. That's all. Look at this one shot there already. Yeah, this is just something that most of the time happens when a new cup get released, a new season starts, general league changes. Things are super laggy, and I had like I think 3-4 games in there where I just started 2 turns after my opponent, which was kind of annoying and did break some matches for me, sadly. But I still went positive with this team. I think in total 9-6. Yeah, 9-6 I think. But I could have won I think at least 2 more, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, otherwise we hit the expert recently in Ultra League, and now I'm back at 2500 because I just tanked the last day so I can get those battles done a bit quicker than usual, because yeah, I only have in my time zone 2 hours to battle 5 sets. So that's always a kind of hectic, so I just kind of rely on having no queue times, and so I have to tank a bit. I actually tanked 300 points. Yeah, like you saw my post I think, where I said where I was on the leaderboards, but yeah, other than that, welcome to Little Cup. I actually enjoyed this meta so far. There were like some complete tryhards with their G-Fisk, Scrafties and stuff like this, you know them. That's actually a battle which you're gonna lose. I think I might have won this if I caught the move on the Pikachu instead of going to the Pikachu immediately. My opponent still had 2 shields, and the matchup against the Skarmory seemed kinda even here. I think I might have been even able to farm down otherwise, but this is something that you don't really know. You see, my Skarmory has only 1 charge move. I'm not gonna throw 75k into that, and it's still fine. And here we're actually battling a Steelix. It was the first battle I played, as I think I stated a lot often before. If I put my battles in, like they get kinda like swapped around, it's like kinda randomized, and you saw me like one-shotting this thing. That was hilarious. I couldn't believe it. Pikachu Libre is so strong. It's crazy. By the way, like if you wonder why I have this interesting sprite there for Pikachu, there was just no home sprite for Pikachu Libre because it's like something Go exclusive. I think you can still get it in the main game, but I think you cannot transfer it to home, and they usually use the home sprites, and I didn't really want to have a different sprite there. So I just used the G-Max sprite there because it looks chunky and funny. But Pikachu Libre here completely cleaning my opponent was a lot of fun, this thing. Like, I kid you not, this thing is very cool. And here we have Altaria against us. Altaria is also a Pokemon I can recommend you because 10k for that second charge move, and you don't even need the second charge moves. There are like some Pokemon where you really don't need the second move. One is like Altaria, another one would be also Vigoroth, Skarmory. You don't really need 2 charge moves for them. The second charge move is more like coverage, especially like Vigoroth. You're fine if you just have Body Slam. You don't need the Brick Break on it. Brick Break won't come in handy in most parts anyway. But here we can go for this beautiful Brave Bird, and you see this is nearly one-shot of the Skarmory because Skarmory is not bulky at all in this league. G-Fisk is not bulky, Altaria is not bulky. All those Pokemon which you see in Great League, they're actually not bulky. They just have good moves, but their bulk is not good. And I think I lost this game because I misplayed that, to be honest. I got farmed down there. I thought I would maybe get to another move and I would have easily won this with that. But like this, you saw how much I took from this Body Slam and did a third. Like, I'm a Steel type, I'm a Skarmory, and did a third to me. Like, I just couldn't handle that, sadly. Here we have a bad lead. We have a interesting swap in here with just a normal Muk, but you see how much the wing attack already does? It's actually so hilarious to see all those new Pokemon there again, like completely random. You never know what you really fight against, which is so cool. I actually can get 2 shields here from him, which is really good for me. That's all I really wanted, and he's debuffed. So what I can do now is just farm down with my Pikachu and trap my opponent that he wants to swap out here now into his Charm user, because he didn't expect me to have a Skarmory in the back. And Skarmory just doesn't care and farm all the way down. This is a Seed Bomb, doesn't do anything. But yeah, you see how much Charm does, and you see some lag here again. Skarmory is just not bulky, like it's just not bulky at all. It's completely attack rated, which is crazy. I mean, of course, all my Pokemon don't have the best stats or something like this, but like still, they are just like so squishy. So squishy. And here we're just gonna go for the no bubble flying press to KO my opponent. A good game there. Very interesting, also very fast-paced games. I have all my 15 games in here right now in 15 minutes, which is, in general, like it didn't take long for all those games, which is really cool. I always like when it's a fast-paced manner. But yeah, here Vigoroth against us is a bit tricky, but we can catch the next move, which is good. We already have shield advantage. And I couldn't really let this go because otherwise he would farm me down and he just barely KOs me before, which is annoying. Ducklet is at least bulky enough to deal with kinda with his Vigor. And I just hope that I can farm down at this point, which I'm able to do, which is good. And my opponent goes into the Fletchinder, which kind of means that he is weak to me in the back, so I'm just gonna go for the Brave Bird and then swap. And now I just hope that, yeah, I knew he had Cottony, but he gets this extra quick move in there, and I think that's gonna cost me the game at the end, because I didn't get like 2 extra Thunder Shocks in. Here I'm just gonna go for the Denial and go for the Bubble Beam. I can get to another Bubble Beam, but as you're gonna see, we're gonna lose with a 1 HP in a Dream, and yeah, this would be the 1 Thunder Shock, or the 2 Thunder Shocks that we would have got if he didn't get the extra Charm through, which is annoying, but hey, yeah, this is how it is, and we have a Chansey against us. I was like, what the hell? But it's time for us, we can go for a Flying Press, does a lot of damage. Chansey is still kinda broken, but we just want to go for some damage, get some extra quick moves, and then swap into the Skarmory, as Chansey doesn't generate energy fast. And let's see how much this resisted Hyper Beam does. Half of my life from a Chansey? We're so squishy. But yeah, looks very interesting for us at this spot, and he goes back into Scrub. He can go for a Sky Attack, and we can go for another Sky Attack. I think he let this go. Scrub is pretty bulky as well. I can swap out now. I shouldn't have shielded this, I think, because it's awkward here, guaranteed. And he has a Stunfisk in the back, and this is kind of tricky now. I know that I survived this Rock Slide though. But yeah, at this point, like, if I didn't shield the Aqua Tail and just shielded the Rock Slide, would have been in a way better spot. And now it's gonna be a bit tricky, as I don't know if I can still win this. I can go for the Bubble Beam. My opponent actually allows me to get 2 more moves here, which is cool. I'm just gonna go for another Bubble Beam, which forces shield. And now he is triple debuffed. I thought, yeah, maybe I can survive a move with my Pikachu now, but he actually lets me farm down even more, lets me farm down this thing. Lets me go for, okay, yeah, I tried to go for another Bubble Beam, but he did a throw and move. And now I can just farm down with my Skarmory and win. Like, I don't know what his plan was there, but definitely not the right plan at this point. Cottony lead, we had a lot of bad leads, to be honest, which people might say that's the algorithm, but it's just like that there are a lot of Cottonies running around right now. A lot of Wooper, actually, a lot of ground types. Something like Vigoroth, which is also not the best matchup because it just counters you down. Like, because Pikachu is so squishy, there's like a lot of Pokemon that are just good against it. And yeah, this has nothing to do with the good old algorithm. We can go for a Brave Bird here, he shields, which is fine. We can align our Pokemon perfectly fine again, which is the thing I wanted there. My opponent goes into a Spinder? Like, what? I know that this thing learns Icy Wind. I know that it has another charge, which is also not that bad, I think. But I know that it sucks with a quick move, and it sucks because it does just like barely get to 1400 or something with Exalts. But yeah, this thing is sadly not that good. We can go for Flying Press, we can go for another Flying Press, and we are in a good spot here. We should be able to win this game easily at this point. Yeah, and how is it going for you right now? Like, are you playing this cup? Are you playing the Master League? Are you just watching here for the reason that you want to see what's going on? Or I don't know what's up with you. We're just gonna go for a Flying Press here. Gonna shield this. I tried to swap out there, but didn't really work out. Goes for Fire Punch, I can survive that. And I can go for another Flying Press, and he's gonna let this go. And look how much it's gonna do against this bulky Diggersby. It just destroys. This thing is so broken. By the way, if you didn't know, like, Flying Press is also in like neutral matchup better than Thunder Punch. Even though it's not stab, Flying Press is such a strong move that it's just like so good. Pulling us on Skorupi and has a Ducted in the back, that's gonna be a good game. My team just beats that hard. Next up we're gonna have, I think that's someone from like esport team something. We lagged 2 turns in the beginning. We wanted, usually you get to the Flying Press at the same time as the opponent, but we didn't, which is beautiful, as my opponent now can go for Skorupi. And this is like happened to me like 3-4 times. I think also maybe they're still coming up, but where I just like lagged in the beginning for a few turns, and this actually matters a lot. Like, it always thinks like, oh yeah, 2 turns, but if your opponent gets to the first move before you or after you, is a big difference. It's nothing that is like really good for you. And here my opponent still has that thing, and he gonna get an extra move in here. Well, I always get denied from that during the whole entire video. Here I didn't get it through. It's so beautiful. And my opponent can farm me down. I just surrendered at this point because I was kind of frustrated at the game, to be honest, at this point. We have a ground type lead, all the things that we love to see with our Pikachu. Of course, electric types always love ground types, especially spamming one with the Mud Bomb as a quick move. And here we see another ground type. Yeah, doesn't look too good. My opponent goes for a body slam now. We're gonna survive this. I'm gonna go for the Brave Bird. Either you shield this or you die. And my opponent chooses the last option. And we can go for this nice Bubble Beam, but no, we just barely miss out on that. We can go but into the Skarmory here. I think he has a Mud Bomb and Body Slam, so he just like tries to stay in or something. I have my move stored. I just gonna swap out here, and we have lag. What a surprise! Like, didn't have any lag before previously in this game, but yeah, we can go for Thunder Punch here, KO this thing. We can go for another Flying Press and we have a move stored, so this should be a good game. To my opponent, yeah, he just let it go, and yeah, that was it. Next up, Pikachu against Ducklet. Finally a good lead. My opponent swaps it into the Cottony. I just gonna go straight for the Sky Attack. Nothing really gets me to wait here longer, just because we kind of want to get rid of this. Like, I don't really want to shield a move. I don't really want him to farm me down. We are kind of squishy. And yeah, here we can go for another Sky Attack. I don't know if he shields this. He actually is gonna shield this. We can't switch out and he just farms us down. Ring Attack actually does so much damage against me. I'm just gonna let this one go. Goes to a Bubble Beam. I can try to farm him down. I go for the charge move. I think he shields here actually, does he? He does shield. I'm just gonna shield as well and try to farm all the way down. Because if I farm him down here and swap out, I am fine because I can just go back into my Pokemon and throw the charge move. And here's a Skarmory. This is gonna be a good game. We can go for the Brave Bird here and KO this thing. And yeah, very well played. In general, I enjoyed this. To be honest, like, I was kind of sick and tired of Ultra League before, having all the games going to timer, just seeing all the same Pokemon. Having such a weird random meta like this, it's just a lot of fun, to be honest. Yeah, actually it was also a bit laggy, but it's always like, when it's laggy, you don't really see that in this recon, because it's currently sped up by 2.4 times. And yeah, you just don't really see that as much as when you just slow it down by 2.4. But here we have to shield this Body Slam. We can go for another Bubble Beam. He doesn't shield. And here's a Pooch. And this Poochyena gonna completely wreck me. This thing is really, really good actually. And I think I will also try that out if I have a good one still. Because having Poison Fang and Crunch and having a 10k charge move unlocked for the second move is really good. I didn't even know that this thing was allowed. So yeah, like, this thing seems solid. He goes for a Crunch here. I'm just gonna swap out and try to clear my debuff, but I actually can catch another move, which in hindsight I wish I didn't. But yeah, here's a Bulbasaur here. And yeah, at this point I kind of needed the other thing, because you're gonna see how much this Bulbasaur does. Double resisted Seed Bomb does 1/4 of my health against the Skarmory. It's so wild. It's just wild, let me tell you. This thing just... Whenever did you see a Skarmory with like more than half health get KO'd by a Bulbasaur? And here also as well we kind of lagged in the beginning, but my opponent actually has a different move as well, which is interesting and a bit bad for me. I knew it already that it wasn't the Rock Slide there, but I still had to shield. I'm gonna catch the move now on my Ducklet, and he still has the Rock Slide. My opponent has double moved Stunfisk, of course, here, floating around. But you see a lot of full meta stuff, which is like, yeah, very expensive as well. I didn't expect that to see that at all here. I'm not going to invest a lot right now, maybe tomorrow, because tomorrow when you're going to see that, we're going to have a Spotlight Hour where you can get Meowth, Alolan Meowth. The Alolan Meowth, I think, has 750 Stardust for catching them. And we have it for an hour, so if you put a star piece on, you have like over 1000 Stardust per catch. And it's going to get you like an hour... I don't know, like a lot of Stardust, let me tell you. But most likely, I don't know, 500k or something? I think you can do that. I think people can get 500 in 1 hour. It should be 500k? Yeah. And that's crazy. If that's actually the case. I don't know if it's 500 or 750. I think it's 750 and the normal one is 500. I hope they don't change it before that. But this is definitely something you should take advantage of. I'm definitely going to go out there, put on 2 star pieces, and it's going to grind for 2 hours like crazy. Stardust is always the thing that I'm short because, yeah, I'm showcasing a lot of random stuff. And this is always kind of expensive. So, if you enjoy my content, of course, leave a like, because this is the most important stuff. It's actually really important, though, because it gets my video more recommended to other people, and that helps me out. So, thanks to everybody who does it. If you just watch the videos, it's also fine. If you're actually still at this point, you are heroes, and I really appreciate you. So I hope you also have fun in this cup. I would actually recommend you using this team. It was a lot of fun. It's most likely not the craziest meta team, but for me, Global League is more about the fun than about being really competitive. Even though I'm a player that is definitely capable of doing that, as I've shown previously before. I just rather meme around than being the craziest dude being a drunk run in the leaderboards and having to wait 6 hours to do my sets every day. Not the thing that I'm really into anymore. I was in the back in the days, but right now, this is my playstyle and I see you in the next video.